After more than a year off, I'm back, happy to be working on the car. So today, I'm going to be replacing this worn out trunk pan with new metal. And the whole thing isn't bad, so I'm just going to try to cut out the cancerous part, use that as a template to copy to the new metal, and then weld it in similar to how I've done the rest of it. I got it cut all the way around the outside, and now there's a bunch of spot welds along these two straps that support the trunk pan and that the old gas tank is strapped to. And hopefully there's enough cancer here that it's not attached too well. I'm going to see if I can't get this out without messing it up too bad so I can have an effective template. Here's a view from underneath. I don't know if you can see, there's spot welds about every 2 inches. Just gotta defeat all of those and this piece will come out. With the help of a hammer and a cold chisel and a cat's paw, this came out without too much struggle. So now I'll get this cleaned up and then trace that out and then install it. Well, I'm at a pretty good stopping point for today. I got these straightened up and cleaned. I got this piece roughly cut. I left it a little bit wild because I figure it'd be easier to take a little bit off the edges than if I would have cut it too short the first go. But it's pretty close. Shouldn't be too difficult to come back, trim these edges down to where my scribe line was, and get this thing welded in there. But that's it for today. So here we are with the trunk pan mostly welded in. Got the perimeter done. Is it great? No. Is it good? Also no. But it's only the trunk pan and it just needs to be functional, not pretty. So now I located these holes from the two bottom supports and I drilled small holes all the way through, and then in just this pan I drilled a slightly larger hole, and it's oil canning a little bit. So I'll just push this down, fill that all the way in with weld, and that'll be done all the way across both sides. And then I'll just have to smooth out these welds a little bit and it'll be complete. To wrap this part of the project up, came in here with a flap disc and just flattened out slightly the welds around the edges and these little plug welds here. And then I ended up filling in these two oval holes, which I think normally get a rubber plug or something like that, but I just decided to fill them in with steel, and then covered all that in primer. And on the bottom side here, I used seam sealer and filled in any spot there was a gap or an uneven surface, and then primed all of that, and that finishes up this part of the car, which is trunk pan.